Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. Bihar has one of the highest unemployment rates in India. A state that is known for migration, especially amongst youth and rural population, is hungry for work, no doubt. So no wonder ahead of state elections, quite like what happens ahead of any election in the state, the debate has now got centered around jobs and who can provide them. Outgoing Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's earlier assurance of 12 lakh jobs was ridiculed as unrealistic. But now a new pledge from RJD takes this fantasy further. Tejashwi Yadav, through his pre-election pledge, is promising to create an additional 2.5 crore government jobs, more than 10 times the existing workforce. How is that possible within 20 months? The Niti Aayog, in its latest summary report for Bihar, ranks the state last in per capita income, showing how little space remains for new fiscal burden. So, even if a scheme was ambitious, it could not be fulfilled simply because the state doesn't have that money. So, yes, this is aspirational. But is a state government job for each family the only way to address aspirations? Or is this merely enticing people into the comfort of a government job and perks without inspiring any enterprise and growth? And is arithmetic to be completely left out when making such claims? That's the big debate coming up on the show today. It is a freebie battle of sorts that has been ignited in Bihar. Parties don't like that moniker, but is it anything else but that? Also on the show, is the Congress government in Karnataka mocking the public when it is making light of traffic woes? We'll also get you how Mahendra Singh Dhoni was seen at the new Madurai Stadium. That and more is coming up in just a bit. So ahead of Bihar elections, the battle has now shifted to schemes and promises. Now, just before the elections were announced, BJP upped its Mukhyamantri Mahila Rozgar Yojana to cover 1 crore women of the state. This scheme includes a grant of 10,000 rupees to at least one woman in a family to start their own enterprise. So that's the straight cost of 10,000 crore rupees already that have been transferred. But the scheme also promises up to 2 lakh rupees of assistance after assessment of the viability of the business and otherwise. On the other hand, is this new offer that has been made by the Mahagathbandhan the promise of a government job per family in Bihar made by Tejashwi Yadav? The cost of something like this will be a whopping 15 lakh crore. Money the state doesn't even have, doesn't even produce. And then, of course, if the question arises if 2.5 crore new jobs can even be created by the government, forget 5 years, but look at the promise that Tejashwi has made. But let me expand this a little bit. The reason why Tejashwi Yadav's promise has already met with a lot of questions. Around 2.5 crore new jobs will have to be created at a minimum if this promise has to be fulfilled. So the scale of this scheme is 2.5 crore jobs, new government jobs. The cost of salaries alone will be 7 lakh crore per year. Why is this unfeasible? Because the state's current total budget is only 3.17 lakh crores, which means the outlay of this scheme alone, will be 2.5 times the full budget of the entire state. Not to forget, there will be administrative costs as well. Every state election is now throwing up the same question. Are parties playing with fire by announcing absolutely unfeasible and impractical schemes to attract voters? While the NDA scheme is targeted for women and empowers them to become earning members of the family, it also burdens the state exchequer, which is already not doing very well in the state of Bihar, and creates endless expectations of this kind. Already BJP has announced similar women schemes in Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, both elections that they won. But this Mahagathbandhan promise takes it to another level. It energizes the youth, no doubt, that is hungry for work, particularly government jobs, but it is so outlandish that it can never be fulfilled despite the reasoning that the RJD is giving today. Now, the same has been witnessed in state after state. In Maharashtra, for example, BJP had announced the Ladki Behen Yojana. After its success in Madhya Pradesh, the cost of this scheme is 63,000 crores annually. The state budget is already above 8 lakh crores. Similarly, Congress announced many guarantees in Telangana. The cost of these are anywhere from 60,000 to 1 lakh crore per year, while the state debt is already burgeoning at 4 lakh plus crore. It all started with Karnataka in some ways, and we all know how that went. Most of the schemes were not fulfilled or conditions were added post results, and costs of many other daily requirements have been spiked since. Cost of 50,000 crore annually for those 5 guarantees for a state that's debt is already above 7 lakh crore rupees. So is this election battle once again becoming a battle of unrealistic promises? That debate is coming up.
ये साइंटिफिक रूप से हम लोगों ने अध्ययन किया है और ये पूरी तरीके से हम अगर घोषणा कर रहे हैं तो ये मेरा प्रण है और जो हो सकता है वही हम करें, कोई जुमलेबाजी नहीं कर रहे।
तेजस्वी जी डरे हुए हैं स्वस्थ होने का, समाज कल्याण का, नौकरी देने का। बिहार के लोगों को सर्टिफिकेट दे रहे थे, उनको अब डर लग रहा है कि आने वाले चुनाव में मेरी कोई प्रासंगिकता नहीं है, अब अधिनियम बनाने लगे।
Saral Patel, Congress spokesperson, Dr. Ratan Sharda, author, and Sanjeev Srivastava, senior journalist, are joining us on the show. I'm also awaiting Kuntal Krishna, spokesperson of the BJP. But Saral, let me begin with you. Whether it's, Congress promises or guarantees in the past, or now this promise by the Mahagathbandhan of one state government job per family. I mean, even the public on ground in Bihar is not going to buy it, right? Because it's just not feasible at all.
Shivani, I find it quite fascinating that, in TV studios and on TV channels, we only start discussing about the arithmetics of any promise only when the opposition has made those promise. I don't remember seeing or watching any such shows when in 2014, Prime Minister Modi promised 2 crore jobs every year, and then how many jobs have been created in last 11 years?
But outlay wasn't a problem there. The government had the money. The outlay wasn't a problem. The government has a capital expenditure outlay of 1 lakh crore rupees.
The outlay was not the problem. I'm glad that you reminded me that outlay was not the problem. It is the will of the Prime Minister that is the problem. That is why the youth of the country are jobless.
So I'm not discussing the success of these schemes.
Then 5 years.
Saral, I'm not discussing the success of these schemes. We are discussing the promise that has been made.
4 years later, Prime Minister Modi very proudly came on the TV channels and said that, the youth can fry pakoras. That is also considered a job.
Why are you running away from the question I'm asking you? The question I'm asking you is about Bihar and the promise that has been made.
You are not hearing the answer.
No, what?
You are not hearing the answer.
The success of a scheme or of a promise, that's a separate issue. My question here is, the promise itself cannot be fulfilled because the state doesn't even have the money right now that will be needed.
So I'm first reminding your viewers about the promise a gentleman made in 2014, and then I will come to the promise that has been just made.
Okay, please come to the promise.
So in 2014, the 2 crore jobs...
No, you talked about 2014. Saral, I don't have endless time. Please come to the topic and this issue we're discussing.
No, you can't keep interrupting me, Shivani.
I did not. You made your point. Please come to the question.
No, you did not allow me to make the point. And this is not how you conduct a show. If you are asking me a question, you allow me a minute to answer my question.
You had more than a minute now,
Here's
sir.
the answer. While you were continuously
No, I wasn't.
interrupting me.
I'm not going to allow you to run away from the question I'm asking you. Then you can get full time.
No, I'm not running away from any question. I'm not away from any question. It is crystal clear that while Tejasvi was the deputy chief minister for 17 months, and while we formed that government on the back of the promise that we'll create 10 lakh jobs, the same people, the same studios, the same TV channels were asking us how we'll create 10 lakh jobs. But in just 17 months, he proved it by delivering on his promise of delivering 5 lakh jobs. So I'm sure we have a blueprint in place, and the people of Bihar will have a trust in us, and we will deliver on those promises.
Okay, so can I just ask you, the issue of 5 lakh jobs versus 2.5 crore jobs? I'm sure you understand the mathematical problem that we're dealing with. Obviously, every chief minister, I've said this in the start, every chief minister or incumbent chief minister or anybody who's fighting elections will promise a certain amount of jobs. This has taken it to the next level, where a government job has been not a job, a government job has been promised to every household. The outlay, the cost of this, the bare minimum salary that each of these government employees will get, the outlay of salaries alone will be 15 lakh crore. The state doesn't even
About
have that.
9 lakh crores.
The state,
About 9 lakh crores.
The state doesn't even have 9 lakh crores.
That is because of the current state of the misgovernance of last 20 years. Because the Bihar has not grown, Bihar has not attracted any investment. All the investment has been going to the other states. So when we form the government, we'll attract investment, we'll make it lucrative for the MNCs to do business with Bihar and in Bihar. And when the economy of the Bihar grows, so will the jobs in Bihar will grow. That is a simple arithmetic that we are working with.
And that will happen in 20 months. From the entire state budget of 3.1 lakh crore,
like you said,
you will triple it to 9 lakh crore for just one scheme in 20 months.
Like you said about Modi ji's promise that outlay was not the issue. It was the will of the prime minister that was an issue. Here, outlay may be an issue, but the will of the government and will of the RJD and Congress is not the issue. We will work for the betterment of the Bihar, and we will ensure that Biharis don't have to go out and work in the other states as laborers, and we'll create jobs for them at their home.
Okay, the outlay is not just an issue. It's not just a hindrance. It's just not there. It's not feasible. Let's call a spade a spade. It's not just an issue of whether you can borrow a little bit more and you can kickstart the growth in Bihar. You're talking about, even by your estimates, the state's entire budget, can we please run those numbers again, is 3.17 lakh crore, entire budget. 85% of that is revenue expenditure. The capital expenditure in Bihar today is just 40,000 crore. What goes into development and otherwise, you may increase it, you may double it, I say, to 80,000 crore. But for one scheme, 9 lakh crore, it's just not possible. I'm sorry, but I don't think even in Bihar people will believe this, but it's an ambitious promise that they have made. Kuntal Krishna is joining us. Kuntal, the opposition's criticism always is that the BJP government also does a lot of these doles or, gives grants like you've done with the Mukhyamantri Mahila Yojana. How is that different to what Tejasvi is promising? At least he's being ambitious. You're putting money in the hands of women. He's talking about jobs.
Shivani, what we say, we try to do it. And in fact, we deliver it. And what Tejasvi and Congress is saying is simply ridiculous. It even cannot be a political gimmick. Tejasvi, he conceded his defeat and he is into utter depression, in fact, I should say. This is the state of depression. You are leader of opposition in Bihar, and what you are promising is not only a mere promise, it's like a daytime dreaming. Tejasvi is talking about a number which is not only unachievable, in fact, it cannot be even said that he is playing a political game. What he is talking is simply stupid. Both these Rajkumars, they have yet not grown. Congress ka Rajkumar or Lalu ke Lal, they still think that politics is a gutta gudiya play. Whatever they think in the morning, they simply come out with that.
No, but they're also
Tejasvi
saying that if
is
you
making
had
a
done,
false
if
statement
you had also
and-
promised 12 lakh jobs, right, in Nitish Kumar's tenure, how many of them have been produced, and should you also not be judged by how much was the NDA government able to deliver?
Shivani, what we promised we fulfilled. If we said that we will give 10 lakhs job, we have already done that. Now we are promising that in next 5 years, we will create crore opportunities, whether it is a job or it is a opportunity for living. And we are up to that. We have lived up to our words, not like Tejasvi. What Tejasvi is saying, he is into utter depression. He has conceded his defeat. Anyway, Mahagathbandhan has conceded its defeat. That's why they are going for a proxy fight. This PK guy, PK is an ally of Mahagathbandhan in Bihar. And he simply speaks lies. What PK
So,
is doing,
are you
Tejasvi
saying-
is doing the same.
No, are you saying
PK
you're not
speaks
worried about
anything
this
without any
promise?
responsibility.
You're not worried about this promise that Tejasvi Yadav has made?
At all. Not at all, because this is a daydream. Everyone is laughing.
Everyone is
Everyone
laughing.
is laughing.
All right,
Everyone-
Sanjeev Srivastava,
We
did
thought-
Tejasvi
we thought
Yadav
that
or the
Tejasvi
Mahagathbandhan
Yadav-
go a little overboard by
thought
promising
Tejasvi
one
has
government
grown up.
job to every family in
Shivani,
Bihar?
See, Shivani, there is no
we
doubt
thought that Tejasvi has
that
grown up.
one has to agree that it's a very tall, and the word that you have been constantly using, outlandish or ridiculous claim, and it's impossible to deliver. But my question, like the Congress spokesperson was saying, is that political gimmicks and competitive populism, these are the order of the day, and they have started. So why should one question one side's political gimmicks? If 15 lakhs were to come into everybody's account, if 2 crore jobs were to be created, then by now 22 crore jobs should have been created in 11 years.
There's no
So-
difference between 2 crore and 22 crore. 2 crore was nationally.
No.
That number was national number.
2 crores every year. But the thing is that we also need to discuss where have those jobs gone? Why have they not been generated? So you're completely within your right to question Tejasvi Yadav, and I think then it is more out of desperation, and because this 10,000 rupees that has been announced for women, they suddenly are on the back foot. All that is there. But I have a bigger question. Why are gimmicks of only one side put to test and put to question?
Okay,
the
can
other
you-
side is constantly.
No,
the
can
other
you
side has
give me
constantly
a
not only-
comparable gimmick of the
not
other
only
side?
failed on its gimmicks. Sorry, Shivani.
No,
The other side has not
Sanjeev
only-
ji, can you give me a comparable gimmick by the other side, which was something
Yes.
of this kind?
15 lakhs in every bank account through black money.
That was
coming
never
back.
an election promise. We all know that.
It
that was never
announced.
an election promise.
It was announced in election
Prime Minister
rallies.
said it
No,
on
no, it
And
wasn't.
we-
It
and we
wasn't
also
announced. It was
heard-
never an election
And we
promise. It
also
was
heard
part
a
of no
statement,
manifesto
two
and
crore
nothing.
Jobs every year. 2 crore jobs every year.
Yeah,
Was
so
it
you're
not
saying
a-
2 crore jobs every year
Every year.
nationally. 2
Yes,
crore
so by
jobs
that
every year
yardstick-
nationally is
by that
comparable to
yardstick
2.5
in 11
crore state
By
government
that
job
yardstick,
in Bihar.
Shivani, in 11 years, we should have had 22 crore jobs.
No,
We
that
all
no.
know.
Now you're
So
getting into the
elections-
territory of
no,
whether
we
it
are
was
not getting into
successful or
any
not.
territory.
But
We may be
on
getting into a
the
territory.
feasibility aspect alone, 2 crore jobs was never questioned on the feasibility aspect. I'm just
Doesn't
sticking to
matter.
that
It is no. It doesn't matter. It's the outcome which matters.
outcome which
What
matters.
you promise, you may promise the moon.
Okay.
We all know moon won't be delivered. But the thing is that both sides have promised the moon and both sides have not delivered. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
How is the feasibility the most important test of proof of the pudding? That, okay, feasibility is there, you can make tall and ridiculous and outlandish promises. That cannot be the case. I'm sure you will agree on that.
No, I think feasibility is absolutely the right way to discuss any election
But
promise,
if there
and that is my
if
job
there is
that I'm
feasibility-
fulfilling.
If there is
But,
feasibility, can you make
One second.
false promises if there is feasibility? No.
No, so you cannot obviously restrict promises on the basis of intent, right? That intent will be
I-
proved if someone is voted into power and after their term. I am only
think-
restricting myself
Yeah.
to the issue of feasibility alone when it comes to outlay
Sorry.
of expenditure.
Sorry, but by
One second, I have to bring in Dr.
restricting
Ratan
yourself
Sharda. No, one
by
second, I have to bring in
restricting
Dr. Ratan
yourself to
Sharda.
just one particular point, you are also making the debate restrictive.
Yeah, it is a very focused debate. It is a debate on whether promises
It's
are
a
being made
restrictive debate.
on issues of feasibility, or you can just promise anything without showing even the bare minimum of whether the state can ever deliver it. If this was 1 crore more jobs, not state government jobs, nobody would have questioned him. The people are questioning him only because he's promising 2.5 crore new state government jobs, not jobs. Right?
I think that promises.
Okay,
That
Dr.
promise
Ratan
is so
Sharda.
stupid. That promise is so stupid that it doesn't even deserve a. Who will believe 2.5 crore jobs thing? So
That's
this is-
precisely
this
what
is
I'm
separate
discussing,
thing. I'm
Sanjeev. Now
talking
you're
about a
saying,
separate thing.
you're only agreeing with what I'm saying, that there is a principal opposition Gathbandhan that is promising this. This is their first big announcement. How are we supposed to take this seriously?
I'm
Okay,
agreeing.
Dr.
So the
Ratan
promise of
Sharda
2
is
crore
waiting.
job every year
I'm
was
agreeing with
equally
what you're
stupid.
saying.
Okay,
What I'm
okay.
surprised
It was
is
equally stupid.
that you
Okay,
do not
Dr.
even
Ratan
consider
Sharda hasn't
what I'm
spoken.
saying
Can I please
other
bring
than
him? Dr. Ratan Sharda, I think the point also is that this whole debate that what we do is not bravery, what you do is bravery. Has the BJP proven itself on that?
See, if I were in a political party, let us have in BJP or RJD, etc., I would not go for this freebie business. But I am not in politics, so I cannot really challenge that notion because BJP tried very hard to keep empowerment as the focus and not freebie as the focus. But finally, it had to buckle under the popular pressure, and it saw that it gets result. So that is where it is. But whether the promises made should be practical, whether they can be delivered in any way, and do we want people for life to become to get ready-made fish and teach them fishing? When we think of teaching fishing, our people laugh at self-employment. But the truth is that in India, self-employment is the biggest employment. I will tell the story of a journalist in Kashi who was fired by his TV studio, so unhappy, resigned. He started a Litti Chokha business. Now he has got wonderful business running. Will we joke about Litti Chokha? Now, coming to the practicality of the entire thing, do you think it is practical to give everybody job in government or try to create jobs? Is it really, will it take government anywhere where it's not earning any revenue and promising jobs to people because they don't want them to work in farms, they don't want to give them employment in another sector? So this approach of government jobs that everybody as if job of the government is to give jobs because nothing else will happen, but not create jobs. That is my question. That is my worry. And I think that is where we should be. We can keep on talking, tumne kiya, maine kiya. Nitish has been winning elections because he has delivered what he's promised. Whether he's delivered 10 and delivered 5, and whether Tejas delivered 10 and delivered 1, that is what local people to judge. My only view is these kind of promises. See what has happened. Nitish Kumar and NDA have robbed the clothes of Mr. Tejasvi Yadav because he could offer freebies. BJP did it. Now, with a small amount of whatever is less, you have to promise something so big. Like it is not dreaming for moon, it is dreaming for sun. And we try to reach sun, you burn your hands, you burn yourself out. So let us understand these kind of promises people will not take. Bihar has been the biggest intellectual power of Bharat for a long time. It has been biggest political military power for Bharat in ancient times. That wisdom, native wisdom of Biharis will prove that very outlandish, very
Okay.
prestigious, and kind of giving fish to everybody every day will not work in Bihar. They are hungry for jobs. That is where I think this Jan Swaraj party has a role to play. I hope it gets some foothold and makes people realize that this kind of competitive populism, where something simply impossible is brought
Impossible to
and
deliver.
people laugh about it.
The numbers
that
just
should
don't
not
add up.
happen.
It isn't just about whether it will burden the exchequer. The numbers just do not add up. Kuntalji, I'll give
And
you 30
cannot
seconds. You
give
wanted to
everyday
come in.
government jobs, simple thing.
Government jobs,
You
in any case, you
cannot.
cannot deliver so many. Anyway, I
Yeah.
understand that. Kuntalji, yes.
Shivani ji, see, Lalu and his clan is in upper desperation to come back to power. Now, when they have come to know that they are losing badly, they are into a highest level of frustration. And what Tejasvi is saying, what Tejasvi is promising, and what Congress is defending is either insane or their leaders has gone mentally ill, mentally unstable.
Okay. Well,
Please, even make those promises which can be fulfilled even partially.
okay.
You are leader
Saral,
of opposition.
final 30
Either it's
seconds.
Tejasvi or Rahul Gandhi.
Saral.
Shivani,
Just
my
one
friend
minor
was quite
point,
obsessed. He
Shivani.
kept saying that
Just 5 seconds.
Sir, I'll come back to
Tejasvi
you.
is depressed.
Ratanji, I'll come back to you. Yes.
I don't know any argument. I
Tejasvi
just
is
have a
depressed,
suggestion.
and
Yes, Ratan
Can
Sharda.
we-
Ratan Sharda.
Any party, anybody sitting here, can we please move beyond calling each other stupid, policies stupid. Can we talk policies? Can we talk logic? You cannot say Modi ne kiya, maine kiya, falana kiya, tum haar gaye, wo haar gaye.
Okay.
I said they robbed the clothes, so now you have to give something desperate. But this continuously, going to that level of calling everything stupid, I think we should learn some more language.
Okay, Saral.
I'm glad Ratan Sharda ji called out the BJP spokesperson. So
Everybody,
he was
including
quite
you.
obsessed by calling. I did not call anyone stupid, sir. I could have
I
done
heard
that
it.
while you gave a example of Litti Chokha, but I did not do that. Please respect that.
It's there. Please visit Kashi.
So let me.
Bhai
Sir,
sahab,
leader
visit
of
Kashi.
opposition
Don't call it
has to be
stupid.
Sir,
learning
sir,
only.
are you
This is
saying the
Sanjeev
youth
ji.
of the country,
Ask Sanjeev
youth
ji
of the
whether
country,
Litti Chokha is a journalist or not.
the government
Don't
has no
call out, it's
job
there. Go
or
visit.
no role in securing the future of the youth of the country? And the Prime Minister should stand and very proudly say that a pakoda talo, that is an employment. Is that
So
the
you're
country that
joking
we
at the
want to
food
build?
business. That's
Is
why I
that
gave
the
the
country we
example.
want to build?
Don't joke about food business. Don't
No,
joke about
sir.
street vendors.
No, sir.
That's
Is
the
that the
biggest
country we
job.
want to build for our youth?
One
Is
second.
You
that
want
the country
everybody
we
knocker.
want to build for our
One
future
second.
generation?
One
One second.
So
One
don't
second.
want everybody
One
Malik
second. I
Shivani.
don't think
I was-
any
I was
job or
speaking-
joke
one
about
second,
street vendors.
Saral, I don't think any job or enterprise or self-employment needs to be looked down upon because by
Yes.
that logic, people could say
It needs to
government
be,
jobs
it needs
of
to
all
be when
kinds
the
are
Prime
also
Minister
problematic.
walks back on his 2 crore a
Okay.
year promise.
Can I give
and
you?
say,
I have limited
Pakoda-
time, Saral. Can I give you 30 seconds to talk about the upcoming Bihar election promises, please?
Yes. So I'm glad that we are dissecting the promises. I sincerely hope we also dissect the promise that Prime Minister Modi made in 2015, while in Ara it was more like a bid for the Bihar that he made by announcing the special package of 1.25 lakh crore special package for Bihar. Much of that has reached Bihar. He promised in 2015 that, unless and until this sugar mill in Buxar is opened, he will not sweeten his tea. It's been
Okay.
7 years since that promise was made. That factory is
Shivani,
being
can I come in?
dismantled and land is being sold.
Okay.
He is also
No, fair
giving
enough.
you and
Fair
I,
enough.
we
You
cannot
can
buy,
always
we cannot
question
buy a
whether the
lemon
promises
juice,
were
lemon
fulfilled
juice for
or not.
1 rupee.
Okay.
We cannot even buy a toffee for 1 rupee.
We discussed
but the
all of
Adani
that
is
when
getting
it
the
comes to
land,
Narendra Modi's
1,200 crore,
performance. We
1,200
discussed that when it came to
1,200
2024
acre of
elections.
land
And I
at
can
the
vouch
pittance
for the
of 1
fact
rupee per
that the
acre.
state of the economy was one of the biggest issues we discussed when we talked about 2024 elections. His mandate has been given there, right? But, I'm not so sure why that should come into whether we're talking about a Bihar or a Telangana or a Karnataka. That's a separate election. This is a separate election. I'll leave it at that. I do thank all of our guests for joining us.